Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago where the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and partner, our long national nightmare is over. After 6 months away, we're back to playing football.
And this is way better than Watergate, isn't it? Now we get to have some fun. Watch the veterans. They'll play a little bit. We know that. But the big thing, this new crop of rookies and young guys, they get their chance to take the field and earn their spot.
It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. Look who is trotting out there to take the snaps. It's the much-anticipated return of the quarterback, Carson Wentz.
And what a season Carson Wentz was having in 2017 after a rookie season that was a little bit up and down, as you might expect. He was having an MVP caliber year. 33 touchdown passes at the time of his injury. Had his team at 11-2, riding high. Everyone thought that might be it for the Eagles. There goes their dream of winning a Super Bowl. Instead, Nick Foles comes in, team rallies, saves the day, and he ended up winning the Super Bowl anyway. But Carson Wentz had a big hand in getting him in that position.
Quickly now, a look at the Eagles' offensive starters.
Back after off-season rotator cuff surgery is Alshon Jeffrey, who played with the injury all of 2017 and still caught 57 passes for 787 yards and 9 touchdowns. What makes him special? Not just his size, but his athleticism, which was on display, and a brilliant catch for the first touchdown of Super Bowl 52, and also on display throughout the entire playoff run.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Wentz now on first down. Escaping the pressure running, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Wentz to throw on second down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd and short. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get behind the line.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. With it is Brown. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. Their 36-year-old quarterback brings him out there. He'll be calling the shots in his 15th season now. It's Ben Roethlisberger.
And when you just sit and look at the raw numbers, you actually kick back and nod in appreciation about the career Ben Roethlisberger has had. Won over 50,000 passing yards last year, 8th all-time. But what he wants more than anything, one more run to the Super Bowl where he's won twice previously.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
A big reason this team led the league in offense, their offensive line. Monster strength. 3 Pro Bowlers last year in Alejandro Villanueva, David DeCastro, and Marquise Pouncey. Kept their quarterbacks upright to throw it downfield and carved a lot of holes for their runners.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. On third down, Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend there?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. Moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now the carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Brandon Graham. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Artie Burns, the cornerback, brings him down.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10. So now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter of action. Can't wait to see what the second quarter has in store. And we're back to Philadelphia after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Again, they'll run it. Again, it Sproles. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency miracle.
Here's Sproles. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goddard, 84 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now it's the backup Rudolph. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle. Who wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll go down around the 47 this time. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now it's Rudolph looking deep for Hayward Bay. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a play. That's going to hurt.
12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Rudolph now to throw. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. That'll bring up second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the red zone now, Rudolph. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Justin Hunter, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
When he was a Cowboy at Oklahoma State, he was a threat to do this all the time from any part on the field. He'll still be a threat in the NFL. Mason Rudolph's big right arm delivers his first NFL touchdown.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly.
Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that to come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
And now out come the Steelers. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after a quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after him, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page when you got to throw in the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone, sometimes you're throwing it between the zones, sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Eluding the pressure right. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It is back to football for 22 teams here on this Thursday night, minus the Ravens and Bears who played last week. And we want to remind you that coming up on the first Sunday of the NFL season, we'll begin taking a look around the NFL at halftime with stats and scores from games in progress. In our game, the defenses look to be ready for the regular season. Maybe not the offenses just yet, but still a half to go as we get you back out to Brandon Godden.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hunter. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jesse James, 41 yards. The Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's Foles. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Foles. And he's got it complete to Darren Sproles. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On first down, it's Rudolph. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Rudolph looking to throw. And this is caught by Hayward Bay. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Rudolph. He completes it to Hunter. And down he'll go at the 25. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Sproles. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Goes underneath for Sproles. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Now Foles. And this will be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Darren Sproles. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Gonna look deep for a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it. Sometime in this fourth quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with third and just a couple. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up the first down.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw now on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Yardage here to the 31-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They will throw it here with Rudolph. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. The Steelers on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now.
Rudolph now to throw. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20 to 7. Snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
He'll drop to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. They're able to locate Wilson. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. And that'll be incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
He'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And they will take a knee here. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, all the hard-working minutes on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Philadelphia, good night, everybody.